Alright guys, hi. So as I'm charging my tarot cards right now and I had a good meditation. I'm reading the book now. I'm halfway through because I'm charging my cards, but it's very interesting because I used to love astronomy so much, right? Like I was obsessed at some point, and I even wanted to be an astronomer and stuff like that, but I don't know, something never happened, or I don't know. But now as I'm studying the astrology charts and looking into it and getting more into it, more research about it, I'm like, it's like literally they're combined, they're like kind of the same thing. So yeah, sorry, just showing you where I'm at. So yeah, so basically I was thinking like divine is showing me like astronomy versus astrology, but it's like they're the same thing. I mean, obviously astronomy is more deeper into science and physics, but astrology has a lot of that too, you know, but also in a more way that people don't really need to understand much about physics and chemistry and all that, math and stuff, but it does help for certain degrees to understand certain chemical imbalance, or you know, the physical aspect of it. You have two friends. Hi. They're coming in. Do you see them? Hi. Yeah, they've been going and coming back, checking up on me. It's really cute. Anyways, I'm looking into the planets now and each of the signs. So I feel like the more research I do, I think the better it will be, the readings for this month and also for the 3 months ahead for the other signs. So now I'm in Mercury, which is very interesting, which we pass. Hey guys. Hi. They keep coming back and forth. Mercury, looking into how does it affect each of the sign, how does it, you know, looking onto also retrograde, and also that too, like I just posted the Neptune that is coming up retrograde in Pisces, and then we have the new moon in Cancer. Venus, I'm also looking into that. Yeah, so it's just in each of the signs have their specific traits, personality, and thing. And not necessarily, that's why, you know, it makes sense when we say that like things can shift, timeless, or you know, general collective and stuff like that, is because it can relate to some people and it cannot relate to other people, you know. But we do have the 12 signs, each of us. When we look at our birth chart, we can understand our situations or things, you know, maybe make better decisions. I posted once in one of my blogs about that, you know, it should be okay for people, if you want to know about people's birth chart before you date them, like know their birthday and stuff like that, check their birth chart to see if you're compatible or not. That can help you save a lot of time and energy and money, if anything, and also health-wise, like mental health too, because let's say you end up with someone who's very karmic at nature and, you know, really aware. They're doing like a competition or something. Yeah, so that too is like knowing their chart. You can actually assess, you know, if they're compatible with you, if they're good with you, if they're gonna be good for you, or you know, because that way, you know, you save yourself the hassle, and also like you don't block yourself from staying stuck in a relationship that you're really not meant to be with, you know. So in a way you can prevent going through, but sometimes, you know, it's good, like God wants you to go through these karmic lessons so you can learn certain lessons, you know, not avoid or shadow, you know, because by going through these lessons, through these relationships and stuff, you can actually learn how not to do certain things to another person, right? When you break up with that person, you realize, like, you know, there's lessons in everything, but you also can prevent. You can also, you know, not avoid, especially if you're healed and you've been through so many relationships and you feel like you don't feel like you learn so many lessons and you're like, okay, I've learned that, I learned that. I mean, if you listen to your intuition, you'll be able to recognize it even like this, right? And you'll know when you're in a date with a person that you're not, that you just know, okay? You know when that person's carrying some stuff, karmic or heal or stuff like that. So that's for some of you who are very intuitive. You know, that's why a lot of people are afraid of dating intuitive people, is because they have something to hide and they don't want us to know. That's why they avoid you and stay away from you or ghost you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's because you're intuitive. You will know their secrets, right? Some of us, our intuition gets enhanced by the fact that we do the work that they don't want to do. And it's not to jeopardize anybody or to, you know, judge anybody. It's just, it is what it is. Like, we do that work. We hold ourselves accountable. We go through our, you know, through our karma, you know, lessons, and we, you know, do what we got to do and not stay around that negativity, low vibe. That's why when you operate in a high vibration, for example, you're truthful, you hold integrity, you're honest, you're celibate, you don't exchange your energy with anybody, you know, but also that too, like, some of us, you know, go into relationships that feel healthy and good, which is okay. That's because that person have done the work and you have done the work. And that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to those people who don't learn their lesson and continue doing the exact same thing over and over and think that it's not gonna add up to them, you know. Yeah, so that's who, if you stay in that integrity, you have honest, you're loyal, especially loyalty is important, and you're truthful, you don't lie to people, you don't try to do things to other people, you hold yourself accountable, you hold your anger, right? You balance your anger. If you're somebody who, you know, can't control themselves, like, you really need to, because anger, lying, stuff like that is not, honestly, it's not of God, okay? Lying, betraying, be sneaky and stuff like that, cheating and stuff like that, and not being loyal, and yeah, and that's the thing. That's why a lot of your, like, this narcissistic abuse that has been normalized for so long, that's how they operate, right? And then now when we call them out, like, they get rowdy and pissed off and start doing fucking bullshit and shit, and because they don't want their shit to be put out, they don't want people to know what they're doing secretly, right? And they hate people who are truthful, honest, and loyal, and you know, don't operate like they are, you know. So that too, they have a situation with psychic readers, empath, highly sensitive people, astrologers, people who do this. So that's what I'm noticing as I'm studying more into it. I'm like, oh, I see why now. I see, you know. And that too, it's like, the more you study, the more you do the work, the more you do the shadow work, the more it's not only just the physical. You know, I talk to divine, I talk to source, and I ask, like, okay, is this accurate? Like, I'm not just following what this book is saying, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff, I asked and it said, not really. And then some of it, yeah, that's good. That's it. You gotta do your own discernment. That's how you learn about discernment too, by going through it, by doing the work, you know? All right, let me see. What does it say about Neptune? I'm curious. It's Chiron, Neptune, ooh la la. Neptune is the second of the modern planets. It takes 164 years to complete a journey through all 12 signs of the zodiac. Because it is in each sign for 14 years at a time, it's possibly the most potent generation influence. Ooh. Neptune is a gas giant whose blue color comes from methane in its upper atmosphere. Wow. It's really cool. Anyway, so I'm looking into it because I want to give accurate for this month, as accurate as I can possibly go, right? And for the next 3 months, which we also have Pluto. Yeah, and now we're going into the returns. And then for each house, what it means. That's what I'm studying, that, so that I can give, like, whenever I have, like, the 6th house, the 7th house, I want you to check their 6th house, the 7th house, that I'm actually accurate about that. Anyways, I'm still, like, you know, it's Earth school. I'm still learning, but I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful for all those who are in advance and are being teaching the lessons too, but now I'm looking more into my own way of how to interpret those lessons and you know, help you guys out, help the collective. All right, with anything in terms of love, money, abundance, relationship, things like that, you know, predictions, and that too is like, because I have that access to Akashic records from, you know, whenever I say past, present, or future, it really is that. It's like whenever you find the messages, that's what it is, you know. That too, I'm also focusing also on the new designs for the eco store, so that too. So thank you guys for your patience. I do have, if you look at the eco store, there's some of it there that you can look at. Those are like the older versions, but I'm gonna focus on those. Anyways, I'll let you know on the Angie blog community board, or here I will put it in the videos and stuff. Okay, but that's what I have for you. That's why there's not really a difference with astronomy and astrology, and I'm looking into like the past too. Like this book shows you like what really the past, and how astrology has helped in terms of events and things like that to a lot of people, you know. And that's something that it's like, you know, when it's done right, when it's done properly, and, you know, really connecting to source, and, you know, and if you have that type of gift. It's just a random dog. Did you saw the person? It's just this dog. Okay. It's a cute dog. Alright guys, so yeah, that's what I was saying, that astrology and astronomy have a lot in common, also science. And like every time I look at like environmental science too, that's when I'm like, oh my god, you know, everything is connected and related to everything, because that's how beautiful and amazing God, Jesus, ascended masters, angels, and ancestors work, the universe, you know. So I'm just grateful, and yeah, so that too. So those who want to study astronomy or are studying astronomy, you know, tap into astrology too. It helps out. It helps you in your astronomy things too as well. But that's for some of you who are into, you know, who want to enhance their psychic abilities in terms of astrology, in terms of, you know, understanding the planets, how the planets affects your personality, affects your mood, affects your day, affects your, you know, certain things, checking out your birth charts, stuff like that. Okay, that's it. Bye. Love you. See you later.